Welcome back, guys, to the Final Third podcast. Today, we're going to be doing the Match Week 31 review of the Premier League. We will also include the Carabao Cup final at the end of the video because that is technically included in the Premier League. Yeah, Carlos is not here because his voice is, pretty much gone. Hopefully, he will be with us back with us soon. So before we obviously start with the games, I'll reveal the player from the last video. It was Kevin Davis. Let us know if you got that in the comments down below. And of course, we'll do the new quiz at the end of the video. So let's just get straight into the games. First game was Bournemouth, Man United 2-2. I think let's just start with Bournemouth. I'll start with Bournemouth because obviously you are a Man United fan. So I'll quickly just run through the Bournemouth side of things. Yeah, look, in terms of the game, let's just talk about the game first, because with the most important thing that happened in the game, or controversial thing that happened in the game, was the penalties, and the decisions. Obviously, three decisions, only two penalties. I think that's a massive problem considering inconsistency, right? I don't understand how you can give, two and not the third one, It was the same thing in all three, decisions in terms of the incidents, and somehow you're only giving two of them. Like, I don't get it. You have VAR on your side. You can rewatch these incidents and you still come to the conclusion that one is a penalty and one isn't. I don't even think it's a problem with VAR. It's a problem with refereeing. I think, they become too reliant on VAR to, what's the word, bail them out. And has really,
I think the issue with VAR is not with the technology, as you said. It's the biasness of the referees. I don't think the referees are seen with a clear view, because I think it's obvious. Like, everyone looks at that incident with Ahmad. Like, that is a penalty. Like, there's no way you can excuse it as not being a penalty.
I don't even think it's the problem in terms of the biasness in the referees. It's the quality of the referees, if you get what I'm saying.
Yeah, they're not capable enough to make decisions.
I think they have become worse because they become so reliant on VAR.
Yeah, and I think of all the penalties as well, all the penalty shouts, that one is the worst one to not give, because Cunha's one, that is a penalty as well. But I think
Ahmad's was harder.
That was a more harsh penalty.
Yeah.
So I feel like that should have been given before any of the other ones should have been given. And the Maguire one, that one's a penalty, but it's like a very light one as well.
Yeah.
Very light and poor.
I mean, in terms of the result, great for Bournemouth. I think you said it yourself. I think Man United,
we didn't deserve to win because I don't think we played that well. It's Bruno kind of bailing us out again. He scores a pen, and obviously he's part of the own goal as well, because obviously it's a corner that comes in from his cross. I think Bruno's been really good this season with corners in general, because I think we've scored, we're the second team with the most set piece goals. That's probably down to him as well. So Bruno just coming and saving us again, pretty much.
Yeah, so we'll move on quickly to the next game, and that was 2-1 to Brighton against Liverpool. Massive result for Brighton. 2 goals from Danny Welbeck. Probably coming in clutch for Man United in terms of the top 4 race. Making sure Liverpool don't gain an edge in terms on Man United, or gain on Man United in terms of that race. And again, 2 great goals for Danny Welbeck, and again he has come in clutch for Brighton. What's your opinions on the game, really?
Well, to Danny Welbeck personally, thank you very much. Obviously taking the 3 points away from Liverpool is very good. And he's been a very reliable player for Brighton this season, I think. He's come in clutch for very important goals, and some very good goals, to be fair. He's even scored a free kick, which I did not expect from Danny Welbeck at all. But it just proves, even in football, even if people think you're past your prime, you can still definitely contribute and have a big impact to even teams like Brighton, who are still fighting to be in the Premier League. You got to give credit to him, because doing that at his age right now is fantastic for him.
100%. Yeah, I think he's definitely matured since he started in the Prem, and I think he's in the perfect place for himself right now at Brighton, and I think that's why he's performing the way he's performing. I think he's just a perfect man for them.
Yeah.
But we'll obviously move on to the next game. The next game was Fulham versus Burnley. It was 3-1 to Fulham at home. Harry Wilson with another goal again, another key player for their team. It's another great result, I guess, for Fulham, but I think it was another expected result in the Premier League this week, because let's just be honest, Burnley are pretty much down and out, and Fulham are just, probably in the form of their lives right now.
Yeah, they're playing really well, and Marcus Silva is part of that reason as well. The manager is very good for them. When they come out and play these games, they play with confidence. They play really good style football. So yeah, you got to give credit to them in regards to that, and they fully deserve to win. And I think Burnley, they get the lead, but they don't see it out, and
Yeah,
that's
again.
unfortunate for them. But I think that's what happens with Championship teams. They don't have the quality to maintain leads, so it is what it is.
Yeah, I just think Burnley, they're just your casual, team that gets promoted,
It gets divided right after.
and pretty much just gets relegated after, in terms of not being ambitious enough in terms of the transfer window,
Yeah,
and that's probably why they're in the position they're in. And Fulham, yeah, it's an expected result. Harry Wilson doing brilliant again. Some call him the Welsh Messi. Probably deserves that title for the way he's been playing. And yeah, he's in the form of his life as well, in terms not just Fulham, but him himself. And yeah, ever since he's been in this form, Fulham have gone on a massive run, and they might get European football. You never know. But yeah, that's basically that for that game. Not really much you can say. And the next game is a massive one. Everton 3, Chelsea 0. Everton at home, another home win again in the new stadium, and 2 goals for Beto, which is massive considering he hasn't scored in a while. So yeah, what's your thoughts on that?
Oh, Beto, yeah, what a great finish for the first goal. Like Luis Suarez-esque from him.
Yeah.
And yeah, nothing the goalkeeper could do about that. But in terms of the second goal that Beto scored, yeah, just an awful mistake from Sanchez. Sanchez needs to be replaced, I think, for Chelsea. I don't think he's good enough to be starting for a team like Chelsea, because a lot of the goals is down to him. Like, he's conceded a lot of stupid goals like that. So
Yeah.
I think they need to invest in a new goalie. But Iliman Ndai's goal, what a finish!
Yeah, nothing.
Not much of goal. This is actually perfect top bins. Like, no goalkeeping order saving that or doing anything to stop that. So you know what? Fair play to Everton. I think they deserve the win, and rightly so.
Yeah, in terms of Beto, I think it's brilliant for him, brilliant for his confidence. However, we shouldn't get too ahead of ourselves with Beto. I think his problem has just been his consistency.
Yeah.
I think he's had moments, he's had games where he's really performed, but his problem has been consistency. So if he can keep it up, it'll be brilliant for Everton, because they've had a problem with the striker this season, and consistency, not just him, but as well with Barry. And like you say, yeah, Iliman Ndiaye hitting another level in terms of his football. And yeah, probably going to warrant himself a massive move in the summer. Yeah, and in terms of keepers, yeah, Robert Sanchez needs to get replaced. We said it in the last video. But Jordan Pickford, on the other hand, was brilliant in this game. Yeah, so we'll move on to the next result swiftly. It was 0-0 with Leeds and Brentford. If I'm being honest, probably not much we can say about this game. Nothing exciting. There was not many opportunities from either team. And yeah, it was a pretty boring game.
Yeah,
I mean,
just players shooting outside the box, not creating enough cut chances for them to score.
Yeah,
and I think Keller obviously had a very good game. He's been a good goalie for Brentford, and the reason why they've kept a lot of points this season.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's down to him. He's been an excellent goalie for them, and he's always been good. But people I don't think he's been getting enough. He didn't get a lot of chances at Liverpool to prove that. So
yeah,
he's getting obviously showing that now in Brentford. So yeah, he's proven that he's a good.
Probably a better result for Leeds, considering they were considered in the relegation scrap, but probably not anymore, if I'm being honest. And yeah, a bit of a boring game, so we'll probably just swiftly move on from that one. And the next game is a big game in the Premier League. It probably, in terms of the Premier League, it was probably the biggest game of the weekend. It was the Tyne-Ware derby. It was Newcastle Sunderland, and it finished 2-1 to Sunderland. Look, they've done the double on Newcastle. They're above Newcastle in the league. Would you have expected this from Sunderland when they came into the league? I don't know. Probably not.
Hell to the no. That's what I'll say.
Yeah,
I would not expect it at all from a side that's been promoted from the Championship. But since they've come into the Premier League, I'm not surprised because they've had some very impressive results this season. And last minute winner from Brian Bobby as well.
He's been a hell of a player.
Yeah, for Sunderland, he's been great and very good. How do I say? Very good business from Sunderland's side of things.
Yeah.
Their transfers, every player has contributed.
Yes.
Pretty much every signing they've made has been a very impactful signing. And yeah, you got to give credit to the board of Sunderland that have made these signings. And with Newcastle, I don't think they're getting as much as they possibly can from the players. I think Eddie Howe needs to be questioned because I think with the squad that Newcastle's got, they should be doing way better in the league.
Yeah.
And even the Champions League, they're not doing that well either. So it's just looking really bleak for them.
Now, so.
Yeah, exactly. They're out of it pretty much. So it's like nothing's really going well for them right now.
Yeah. Yeah. My opinions on this is I just think with Sunderland, I talked about Burnley earlier. I think Sunderland are the opposite of that. I think they were very ambitious in the transfer window and they took the risk.
Yeah.
Because it is a massive risk. Because, you know, if it doesn't come off and they don't do well and they get relegated,
lose the players,
then, you know, it's a massive, massive problem in the Championship, and what, you know, can lead teams to even get relegated in the Championship.
Yeah.
They took the risk. They did the business. They did the right business, which is important. The recruitment was on point, and it's worked out for the best for them because, you know, they're close to the European spots. They were in the European spots before AFCON, you know, so AFCON obviously had a massive impact on that. And then Newcastle could probably take some tips from Sunderland's recruitment because, to be honest, I do agree though. I do think it is Eddie Howe. I think he's taken them as far as they can.
Yeah.
But yeah, nice. It's not a great time to be a Newcastle fan. You know, out of the Champions League with a massive battering, and Sunderland's done the double on you, and they're above you in the league. So it's not a good time to be a Newcastle fan, is it?
No, definitely not.
Yeah, let's quickly just move on then to the next game. And unfortunately for me, it was 2-0 Aston Villa against West Ham. And I mean, let me just quickly get through the West Ham side of things. Look, I mean, it was an expected result, if I'm being honest. Away to Aston Villa. I know the form we've been in has been great. But if I'm being honest, yeah, losing Somerville's massive considering that he's basically our attack. If I'm being honest, he starts every attack. You know, he always creates something out of nothing. And the loss of him is quite evident in this game. And you could see if you watch the highlights, there's not a single West Ham highlight. And that is because we had no attack. I will give the benefit of the doubt to Nuno. Tadibo got injured in the warm-up and he had to completely change his game plan with seconds left before the game started. And that's difficult, you know. And it's difficult for the players to adapt to that, you know. You prepare all week for a certain game plan, and for you to have to change it last second, yeah, it's not ideal. But obviously we just weren't good enough, and Villa had the quality over us, and it showed in the result. So yeah.
Yeah, I say it's pretty unfortunate for West Ham side of things. I think they probably came in with a good plan to try and win this game or get a point. Especially because Aston Villa right now are quite a free fall. Like they've not been good at all. That recently they've had no results for them at all. So the fact that I thought West Ham would come and get a result. I didn't predict them to get a result, obviously, because I think Aston Villa is still a very good side. But I thought this is the best chance for West Ham to get points from Villa.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, you know, as you said, things didn't really go their way. But I think Villa very well taken goals. I think John McGinn's goal, especially, very good set piece goal. Not much the goalie could do about that. Even the wall, to be honest, it's just very well laid out and set up. So not much that can happen. Not much that West Ham could prevent from that. So
yeah, you know, we talk about John McGinn. I think he's been such a key player for them. Every time he's out of the team, they just don't perform. And with him, they are a completely different side. And he's a massive reason for how they play well. And let's quickly move on. And the last game of the Premier League weekend was Nottingham Forest versus Spurs, where Nottingham Forest won 3-0 away. Yeah, where do you even start? I mean, Spurs, again, looking awful, looking like they could be the favourites to get relegated.
Yeah.
I mean, as bad as this result is, the biggest problem is the fact that they've just been in a free fall. You can have bad results here and there, but the problem is Spurs have been awful for a long time, and it doesn't seem like there's a light at the end of the tunnel. And it's looking really, really, really dire for Spurs.
Yeah.
You know, there's not really much you can say. They're just shit.
Yeah.
And as simple as that. Yeah. And they look like they'll get relegated.
Yeah, the players look like they've given up, to be honest. Especially the defenders. Some of the goals that I've seen they concede, just not enough urgency to defend or, you know, try to clear the ball or anything like that. There's literally an annoying Forest player in the box surrounded by 4 Spurs shirts, and none of them are close to that player. And they let a ball go in through and just let him score, especially for the last goal for Forest.
Yeah.
Just no players marking that player. And obviously he gets the ball and scores. So, it's just very poor defending, and even attacking-wise, obviously didn't score any goals. So, I think Solanke was the only one who had the chance at goal. Everyone else didn't really have a chance. So, I think actually,
Matthias Tell
had a very good shot, to be fair. But obviously, that's more of a Hail Mary. Like, I don't think they had a well-worked-out chance, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, very poor from Spurs, and you go for bad for fans because they start leaving around the second goal, I think.
Yeah.
So, I feel bad for fans. The fact that they have to be in this, beautiful stadium in the Championship is ridiculous, you know?
Yeah, imagine.
And a team that was once considered in the Big Six as well.
£500 million stadium in the Championship will be insane if it happens.
And, as we've mentioned recently as well, I don't think they're part of the Big Six anymore, especially because they've been in relegation positions for the last 2 years. So I don't think they're a big team anymore. And it's not really sad to say, but it is quite.
It's been coming.
It's been coming for Spurs. Yeah, they've been.
They've just been like declining for the last good few years, and even with the Europa League win,
since Kane and Son have left, it's just been.
I think that Europa League win was honestly just a fluke. I think Man United just weren't good on the day, and that's the only reason they won. In terms of Nottingham Forest, massive result for them. We're giving them the confidence. Honestly, they might survive because of it.
Yeah, 100%. It's given a bit of a glimmer of hope. But obviously with Spurs, I mean, I came into this game thinking that Spurs would win because it's at home, but I just remembered now Spurs are not really good at home.
Yeah.
So the fact that losing 3-0 at home is just bad. It's just awful.
All right. Well, those are the Premier League games, and we'll quickly just go over the Carabao Cup final. Man City winning 2-0, and Arsenal have to wait even more for a trophy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Nico O'Reilly with 2 goals on his birthday, having the best birthday of his life probably.
Yeah.
Especially as a Mancunian playing for his club and getting 2 goals to win the final. I mean, there's not much you can say. Arsenal just didn't look like they wanted to win this.
Yeah, just didn't turn up. But I do want to say football's won. I'm happy that Arsenal have won this trophy that possibly they could have had for the quadruple. So the quadruple chance is like 0 now.
Yeah.
But yeah, just now Man City needs to do everyone a favor. Just take the title and slip out of Arsenal's hands and make sure they don't get a chance to win. Because the last thing I'd want for them to do now is Arsenal to come back from this and win the Premier League. It's great that Man City is take away 1 trophy from them, but all I want them to do now is to actually win against them next week in the Premier League. Because Arsenal fans are just unbearable, and they're unbearable now as it is.
Yeah.
And after they win a Premier League, I don't think anything can stop me from coping with the annoying nature. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like as he said, I might have to have a World War III bunker or something. You know what I mean? Like it's ridiculous.
Yeah. No, it was just awful from Arsenal from the get-go. I mean, the first 20 minutes, they were good. Looked like they might do something. But then after that, they just didn't look like they were in the game at all. And Man City definitely deserve this win. And fair play to them. Congratulations on the win. And congratulations.
As much as I hate saying it, but I'd rather see City winning stuff than Arsenal because I'm used to it at this point. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they've scammed away. Getting these trophies, so it's not like I feel that bitter about it anyways.
Yeah, Arsenal don't look like they have a player in that attack that is just can take them to win stuff.
Yeah.
Whereas when you look at C, they had so many players that were just taking their man on.
And O'Reilly
like
especially,
do something.
A left back who's scoring 2 goals. They get goals from any position, and O'Reilly's just cemented the spot in the England team. Yeah. So fair play to him.
I said
at his young age as well.
I've said it. He's the best left back in the league. So yeah. But that's that result, and let's show up the leaderboard quickly. Don't think much has changed. And now that the leaderboard's been shown, we'll quickly go do the quiz. So the first fact is he came through the youth academy at Manchester City before their big money takeover era. Second fact, he had his best Premier League season in 2008-09, scoring 8 goals from midfield and winning his club's Player of the Year award. The third fact is he later moved to Aston Villa as part of the deal that saw James Milner go the other way. The fourth fact is, despite his talent, his career was often affected by off-field issues and inconsistency. And for the fifth and the final fact, this Irish midfielder was known for his eye for goal, late runs into the box, and technical ability. Let us know if you get that in the comments down below, and of course I'll reveal him at the start of the next video. Thanks for watching, guys. If you agree with any of our takes, put in the comments. Put your opinions on the games in the comments down below.
And also, we'll enjoy the Arsenal rage in the comments as well.
Let us know if you got any suggestions for videos or anything like that. And we'll see you. Like, subscribe, turn on your notifications so you get notified when we upload. And we'll see you in the next video. Take care, guys.
See you.